Welcome back, everybody. We're here in Canada at the wonderful Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Who's going to come out fastest of all in the next hour? Yes, it's time for qualifying.
Everyone back at the factory for pushing, and we're slowly progressing, so thank you.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. We're back once again beside the St. Lawrence River here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The event first moved to the variant of this track back in 1978, and it was won by none other than Gilles Villeneuve, the first Canadian to ever win his home race, and in whose honour the circuit would be renamed. It's a tricky circuit to tackle in wet conditions, with top speed still of critical importance down the long back straight. There are 2.7 miles and 14 corners overall on this circuit that in the dry can see average lap speeds of around 130 miles per hour. We'll be lucky to get anywhere near that today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday and he'll start from pole position. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, George Russell and Albon, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Piastri and Nico Hülkenberg, Stroll, Antonelli, Carlos Sainz and Lawson, Ocon, Gasly, Gabriel Bortoleto and Isaac Hadjar, Behrman and Jack Doohan rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. So I'm sure there'll be plenty to talk about this afternoon, and who's going to talk about it with us? None other than Naomi Schiff. Hi, Naomi. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. What a track this is, and what a challenge for the drivers this weekend. Long straights, heavy braking zones, and a very green surface to start with.
This happens to be one of the drivers' favourites. It is a low downforce circuit that is fast and flowing, but it is also demanding on the brakes. And be careful, because let's not forget the wall of champions that catches out so many.
All right, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Mind that front wing, it's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage. Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, Lewis, any more front wing damage and it's going to really cost us, so please let's protect it and bring the car home.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we've lost a position, that's us down a place. Yes, mate, we hit the target. So we're leading our teammate by 3.5 seconds. need to slow down before hitting the corners. We don't want to get a penalty. Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
Still got him.
Thank you.
And Lewis Hamilton takes the checkered flag and once again wins. What a day it's been for Formula One, and what a day it's been for these three drivers. Time for the podium celebrations. Time for our drivers to celebrate. It's a familiar sight in Formula One, and here it is once again. Lewis Hamilton with the trophy held high, celebrating a masterful victory. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.